Bitcoin is going to break soon out of this huge consolidation pattern. We might see a break today already. I'm going to have a look at Bitcoin on several time frames, and I will have a look at some altcoins with you. So slap up that like button, comment on the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitter and let's dive right into the charts. Yesterday I talked about Bitcoin and that we were around this support level on the 4-hour time frame. We can see the support is holding strong here. Later yesterday we saw a big bounce from this support level, so that was some bullish price action for Bitcoin, and we can maybe see today a revisit of this downward sloping resistance line and retest this resistance, and maybe we can force a break to the top side, so that will be very bullish. But for now we have to wait a little while because we are still ranging in this beautiful pattern with support on the downside and resistance on the top side. And we can also see Bitcoin is creating this huge consolidation pattern on the 4-hour time frame with multiple touch points on the downside as support and also multiple touch points on the top side as resistance. And what we want to see a revisit of this resistance area, maybe force a break to the top side, retest this previous resistance as support, and from there you can enter the market in the long and maybe aim for higher prices. But as I was saying, we have to be a little bit cautious because we can also revisit this lower side support and then maybe see a bounce from here, or maybe we can see a breakdown from here. So be a little bit cautious. You can trade this pattern when we confirm the breakout. So either way we confirm the breakout to the top side, or we can confirm the breakout to the downside. And at these points you can enter the market in the long or in the short. But for now this is the most important pattern to look at for me on the 4-hour time frame. And we will most likely break out today. On the daily time frame we are still in this range with support on the lower side and resistance on the top side, as we can see. And yesterday we bounced a little bit from this support, so we can see the support is holding strong enough. And now we want to see a revisit of this top side resistance, and that will be around $72,000. So that will be an insane gain from here still. And if we revisit this resistance and we are able to break it, then we can maybe test the previous all-time high and create a lot of new highs for Bitcoin. But I think if we break through it, we will see a retest of this previous resistance to turn it into support, and from there we will see more upside. And this will be very bullish price action. And the trend is still up, as you can see. So let's continue this uptrend. This is my expectation in the coming weeks for Bitcoin. And on the daily time frame, this beautiful inverse head and shoulders is still potentially in the making. And we can see a little bit of a bounce from this right shoulder. So what I expect for Bitcoin is that we're going to revisit this resistance, and that this neckline resistance is getting broken eventually, because this inverse head and shoulders is a bullish biased pattern. And if we revisit this resistance and we break it to the top side, we can retest this previous neckline resistance as support, and from there you can enter the market in the long and aim for higher targets. And this will be very bullish. And as I was saying, this pattern is a very bullish pattern because it creates a trend reversal. As you can see here the trend is down, and then we are making a higher low that is right here, and then we are seeing more upside for Bitcoin. So this is a very beautiful pattern if it plays out. If this pattern revisits this neckline resistance, then we are in for a treat. And yesterday the Bitcoin ETF saw an inflow of $48 million, so that was the 13th consecutive day of net inflow. And we can see the ARK Bitcoin ETF sold about 100 million, so that is an insane amount of selling pressure for this ETF. But the Fidelity ETF also bought 190 million. So that are huge amounts. We can also see that the cumulative inflow is rising again, and we are creating all-time high after all-time high because the inflow just keeps coming. And we are now at the $13.8 billion. We are only 4 months live with this Bitcoin ETF. So imagine what we can do in 2 or 3 years. Yesterday I looked at this ethereum/Bitcoin pair. And we are currently can see that we are seeing a little bit of a rejection from this resistance area. Ethereum is getting a little bit weaker against Bitcoin. And what I was saying yesterday, that if we break out to the top side, Ethereum is getting stronger against Bitcoin. And if that happens, we might see the next alt season unfolding. But for now we have to be a little bit patient, because if we're going to see lower levels from here and retest this previous support line, then Bitcoin is getting stronger and stronger, and the altcoins have to wait a little bit. But if you see it in the past here, we broke out to the top side, and then we saw a huge alt season unfolding. And Ethereum is the biggest altcoin, so if they rise against Bitcoin, other alts will follow. And this chart shows the Bitcoin dominance, and as we can see, if the Bitcoin dominance falls, We can see a huge alt season unfolding. And yeah, yesterday I was talking about this rising wedge formation, and we broke down, and yeah, we can see a little bit of a retest happening right now. Yeah, and if we look at that at the daily time frame, we can maybe zoom in a little bit, and then we can see we broke down. We are now trying to retest this previous support as resistance and then come further back down. In terms of seeing an alt season, this is very bullish. It doesn't say that Bitcoin is not going to rise, but altcoins will just rise in relation to Bitcoin. So if this chart will come down, we will see alts rising very fast, and we might see the next alt season getting ignited. The first altcoin I want to discuss with you is Chainlink. Chainlink has seen this beautiful run up after this consolidation phase, and the price was getting squeezed into this apex. We bounced from support, as we can see. We made a beautiful run up, and also because of a lot of bullish news for Chainlink. Then we broke this huge resistance / support area, as we can see here, and yeah, we broke through it. And we also retested the previous resistance as support, and yeah, you could have entered the market in along here. We bounced up beautifully, and now we are seeing a little bit of a decline. But yeah, what we can expect for Chainlink in the coming days is that we want to break this whole area to the top side. So yeah, I want to see a gain of this area. Then we can revisit the previous all-time highs maybe. Yeah, and I think Chainlink is a very strong contender for the next bull market. And currently we are around the $18, but I expect that Chainlink will be trading around the $100 in the next bull cycle. So yeah, keep in mind that that we are still at the early stages of this bull market, but yeah, this is looking very bullish for Chainlink. And earlier this week I was talking about DogWifHat, and we can see that WIF was in this beautiful uptrend with multiple touch points on the downside as support, and also we were running against this resistance / support area. Yeah, and earlier this week we broke bullish to the top side, and yeah, we can see a retest of this previous support to turn it into resistance. Yeah, you can still enter this market in a long, because I expect that we're going to see more upside from here, as I was saying earlier in my videos from this week. And yeah, this is looking very healthy for WIF. And yeah, this resistance area is getting turned into support, and yeah, this is looking very bullish. But always be careful with trading meme coins, because there's a huge risk, and but also it could have a huge reward. Another interesting altcoin I want to discuss with you is Matic. Polygon Matic has seen this beautiful support area, and yeah, some weeks ago we broke down to the downside, and we came back and retested this as resistance. So this is looking a little bit more bearish, but if we zoom then into the lower time frame, we can see that Matic is creating this run up with the resistance on the top side, and eventually, yeah, will have to see a break, and Matic will have to pick a side. So either way, we go see more downside, or we break to the top side, break through this big resistance, and then create more upside from here. But for now, yeah, it is looking a little bit more bearish than bullish on the higher time frame, because the trend is down, as we can see. But yeah, Matic is still grinding a little bit upwards. So yeah, we could also see a little bit of a break from this point, and then retest this previous resistance as support, and that will be very strong. But yeah, you can see this huge resistance / support is very important for this chart. So this consolidation pattern for Matic is the one to watch. So this was it for today. Slap on that like button and comment on the video on your way out. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel to never miss a video in the future. Follow me on Twitter, where I post my daily content about Bitcoin and just crypto in general. I will also post a lot of altcoin analysis and a lot of crypto news. I hope you found this video useful, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.